My name is Dr. Edwin Cunningham. I'm a neurosurgeon at Cox South. I did my medical school training at St. Louis University School of Medicine, and then my residency training and a 2-year fellowship at the Cleveland Clinic, and finished in 2005. As a neurosurgeon, I do most of what I do is spinal neurosurgery. Patients and our providers that refer patients to us would be familiar with things like herniated discs of the cervical spine or lumbar spine. That's probably most of what we do, but we do more serious diagnoses like brain tumors, brain aneurysms. Actually, brain aneurysms, that's my subspecialty training, so I do most of the brain aneurysms in the group. And then, of course, we take call and manage any trauma to the spine or head that we see in the community here in Southwest Missouri. You know, I like the variety of what I do and the fact that I've got office day 2 days a week, and then I operate the other 2, and they're 2 totally different work days. One is very social and interacting with the patients and their family members and talking about their problems and coming up with a diagnosis and treatment plan, and the other is then carrying that plan out, you know, using my experience and training and using my hands for 6 or 8 hours. I think all of us probably enjoy that little bit of different experience we have in our life where we get to work on something, whether it's around the house or whatever. So I really like that nature of it, that I get to be real social and interact and see how my patients are doing that I've already operated on, or evaluate the new ones. And then the other 2 days a week, I get to fix things. My dad was an internist, or still is. He's 80 and he still practices, and that was my plan when I went into medical school. I was going to join him. He actually moved into a larger office expecting that. And then I just really never liked internal medicine when I rotated through that. I liked surgery, and then I really liked the nervous system, brain and spinal cord. And then when I rotated through that specific 1-month rotation, I really had a great rapport with the surgeons, and I liked the things we were doing, the operations, and so I switched. And my dad understood. He picked what he wanted. He understood I had to pick what I wanted. But that's how I ended up in neurosurgery. It was just kind of by experience. I really liked the rotation when I rotated through it. Mainly the group. I'm from St. Louis, and the group down here, when I joined in '05, we had a big group even back then. We had 8 surgeons, some of whom were retired, like John Ferguson, for instance, retired a number of years ago. But it's just a great group of surgeons, and I really enjoyed my interview, my couple of days down here. I could see myself working well with that group, and here I am 15 years later. So I think it was a good decision. But that was probably the #1 reason, was the group of surgeons. You know, you got to work together as partners, regardless of your geographic location. So that was a big factor. And then, of course, my wife and I like Missouri. We really liked Springfield when we came down here and visited. So those 2 things, the practice, the partners, and then Springfield. Hobbies, I do a lot of stuff locally here in terms of, I hunt quite a bit, and I do some bird hunting in South Dakota every fall. And then my wife and I have always been big into the Rocky Mountains, so we ski in the winter and spend a lot of time hiking and biking in the summer, especially when we need a break from the Missouri heat and humidity. So those are probably the big things, some outdoor things for the most part.